Welcome back to Connected Dots channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make pictures, motivation pictures from PowerPoint. So maybe at times you have met such kind of things in the net and you wonder how they are made. So today you're going to go through step by step how you're going to make this and come to this. So we open a new presentation. Now what you'll need to do is to change the slide size to an aspect ratio that is 1:1. So what you'll need to do is come to design and then to slide and then to custom. So I'll need you to set this to 30. That is best, and 30 inches, and then tell it okay, and then ensure it. It's gonna convert it to 1:1. It's more of a square. Now I'll need you to insert now shapes on how to do it. Just simply insert this frame. Control Z. You insert this frame, but when you insert it, hold the shift button to make it more of a square, maybe that size, and then you adjust how much smaller you want to make it. Then you can move it to the middle of the slide. You change its color, from example that, and then you duplicate it, Control D, and make it move it a little bit that way. Then you group them, Control G, and find them to be at the center of the slide. So what we're gonna do now is to insert the background picture that's gonna cover this white frame, the frame that is appearing outside our shapes, the white and even inside. So we'll come to insert picture, and then you come and select your picture here. Maybe you can go with this, insert it, you click on it, and then you just insert. Then what I'll need to do now is to change the aspect ratio of this picture, because as you can see here, it's 12.25 by 21.28 inches, but I want it to be like an aspect ratio of 1:1. So I'm gonna crop it according to the aspect ratio, that is 1:1, that is a square. When you do it that way, I'm gonna adjust this as per what I need, and then I click outside the photo. So I'm gonna leave it as per 1:1. So when I move it towards the corner of the slide and then I enlarge it, it's gonna fit very well into our slide. Then I'll ask you to send it to the back. But now you see it's more visible, as if in a way it's distracting our shapes. So what I'll need to do is to blur it. I want to make it like more blur. You don't want to see it like clearly. So I'll come to insert. This is another way of doing it. And then you insert a shape that is going to cover the whole slide, maybe a square like so. As you can see, it's 30 by 30, and then make the fill to be black and no outline. Then you send it to the back, but you want it to be in front of the photo, so you just have to bring it forward once, because if you can remember, we set our photo to be at the background. So what I need to do is send this to the back, and then I bring it forward once, and then I come to this pointer here. I change the fill, not the fill, I play around with the transparency of maybe we can leave it at 20. And then what I'll need to do now is to change the color of these two shapes inserted to white. They'll become that way. Now what we are going to do now is to insert the text boxes. So maybe we can write a motivation like you can enlarge it. I want it to be caps, and it to be that way. Make it a bit smaller. Then I bring it here. Then I change its color to white. And then I change it to any other font. We can do advert that way. Then I bring it here. Then I duplicate it. Control D. Pull it down. And then I We want to make it more caps stronger, and then I Control A, change the style, font style. I'm gonna come down and select the font style that I want. We can go with that. Press enter for it to change, and then you change its color maybe to blue, and then you bolden it. Control B, make it a bit smaller that way. Then you make this reduce the font a bit. You can notice we did this twice. Then I duplicate these two. Control D, pull it down. So right, then you think reduce the font in a way. Let's say just script. I'm gonna change it to say just print here, and then I don't want to make it to be caps. I leave it that way, and then I pull it down. Now what I'm gonna need to do is to change this into a shape. So I want it to be like a shape, but the letters are like cut inside the shape. So I'll need to insert a rectangle of that size maybe. Then I send it backward until I happen to see this. Then I'm gonna set this at home button to be at the center, the middle. Then I play around with it. Same thing to this, it should be at the center, and then I align them at the center. I press control and highlight all of them. Then I come to combine. Then I remove the outline, maybe change the fill to white. Same thing to this. So what I'll need to do is insert that too, and then I send it backward. But this one is not really visible. Let us change the font color. I'll reduce the font away. In a way, no, just need to add it. We'll play around with it. So you bring this shape towards Control Z. You bring this shape towards the center of the slide. And then you highlight both of them. Format. You combine. Remove the outline. Leave it that way. You can even reduce it that way. So what you're going to do now, I'm going to highlight all of them, then I pull them down. I make them to be a little bit closer to each other, then to be at this end, all of them. Same thing to this. Highlight all of them, pull them down and sideways that way. And then I duplicate this. I want to insert the columns, opening brackets. So change it to that. Then you can change the font, home. It's covered, you can see it. Maybe that. Increase the font size to that. Then you place it here. Duplicate it. Bring it down. You add the other columns for closing the brackets. Place them maybe somewhere, and then you pull this out. Now that's the thing. That's how you come up with such kind of photos. Once again, I'm gonna remind you to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you.